welcome back to Johnny Reads, and welcome to my second Top 5 Wednesday video. This week's topic is Top 5 DNFs, so 5 books that you did not finish. And of course, Top 5 Wednesday was started by Lainey, and I'll link to her channel in the description. I'll link to the Goodreads group in the description as well. I want to go ahead and get started on my list. First one is one that I know none of you will have ever heard of, but it's a book. It's called Blue Screen by Robert B. Parker. Robert B. Parker is one of my favorite authors. I've read probably 20 or 25 books that he's written. I probably own a lot more than that. He writes crime fiction, and he pretty much is I don't even know, he's like the dean of crime fiction, of modern crime fiction. It's ridiculous how similar a lot of detectives and authors are to his writing. And this one I picked up just randomly at Barnes & Noble because it was at a discounted price, and it was a PI novel that I hadn't read of his, and it follows Sonny Randall, who's a private investigator. But the reason I didn't finish it was because I just didn't really like her very much, and I couldn't really relate to her, and I was kind of bored. Usually it doesn't happen in his books, but for this one it did, so I didn't read it, and I didn't finish it. And I know plenty of you will know this one is A Wrinkle in Time by Madeleine L'Engle. I guess that's how you pronounce her name. I bought this book in 2014, I believe, because it's on the Amazon list of 100 books everyone should read in their lifetime. And I thought, it's like 250 pages, it'll be a quick read, and I'll talk about it on my blog and be done with it. Honestly, I read, I think, 25 or 50 pages, something like that, and it was a chore to read, and I just stopped. Even though it's on the Amazon list, and I was trying to read all those books. I mean, eventually I'll get to it, but I just didn't like it. I didn't like the writing style. Next one, also from the Amazon list, this one, Gone Girl by Gillian Flynn. But I will say, for Gone Girl, I think I only read like 10 or 25 pages. And you know what? I think one of the main things is that the text from the page is so tiny. That sounds funny, but I don't want to have to like strain to try to read a book. Especially a book that the ending pretty much has already been spoiled, I think. I'm not sure if I know exactly what happens, but I think I do, just based on what everyone has said already before me, who's read the book and watched the movie. So again, another one from the Amazon list, so I'm going to get to it eventually. But as of right now, I did not finish it. I actually realized when I was setting up for this topic is that I don't actually own 5 books that I didn't finish. So I have 2 honorable mentions that I did finish, but I did not enjoy. First, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory. Anybody who's read my blog, anybody who knows me, knows that I hated this book. I mean, I hated it. I probably will never read another Roald Dahl book again because of it. I felt like the entire book, they were just shouting like, ah! And it was one of the most annoying reads I've ever read. And I will say, it's probably the first or second worst book I've ever gotten all the way through. The second honorable mention, which I just read last year, is Fahrenheit 451 by Mr. Ray Bradbury. Another one, I will correct myself. Charlie and the Chocolate Factory is not the first or second. It's the second worst book I've ever gotten all the way through. Fahrenheit 451 is the worst book I've ever gotten all the way through. I know there are going to be people who watch this and think that I'm absolutely nuts, and that's okay. But I read this book, and I thought the main character, who I think his name is Guy Montag, Guy Montag, I just thought he was one of the most forgettable characters I've ever read. And I just thought the whole idea of the book was just terrible. And another thing is I felt like Ray Bradbury was trying to be a little bit poetic in his prose, and I didn't like it at all. Like, if you want to be poetic, write poetry. You don't have to do it in a novel. Anyway, I actually have a video up on Fahrenheit 451 So I will go ahead and link to that in my description. You can take a look at it if you want. You'll probably just be so surprised because most people that I tell that what I think of this book, they are just like, they don't believe me. But anyway, I'll link you in the description. And those are the 5 books that I have today. I felt like these 2 that I added on felt were in line with the rest of the books. And so those are that's my top 5 Wednesday for today. What are the top 5 books that you have not finished? And I will see you next time.